Hey guys, what's up? I just got back from another successful CES in Las Vegas. Man, that has got to be my favorite tech event of the year. It is a trip I look forward to all year because not only do I get to check all the latest tech and share it with you guys, it is also one of those rare occasions where I get to meet all of my YouTube buddies. Tech YouTube is such a cool and friendly community. A lot of us talk every single day in online chats and stuff like WhatsApp or Telegram, but because we're sprinkled all over the world, we only get to meet each other in person every so often, and CES is probably the best place to get together because literally everybody will be there. Anyway, you don't care about any of that, so let's just get ready to see some of the exciting new tech. Let's ramble.
Hold up, things go wild when I pull up. They all on me like it wants.
So I arrived close to midnight, so on arrival, I checked myself into my hotel and went straight to bed. After meeting some of my buddies for breakfast, I headed to the show floor for day one of CES. The things you see on the show floor are amazing, sometimes weird, sometimes a little scary, but never boring. Man, the stuff they're doing in robotics just blows me away. It is like they're making massive strides year over year. Anyway, I won't be covering all of that. For the purpose of this video, I'll focus on all of the tech that we can actually use in our day-to-day life. As exciting and tempting as the other stuff might be, we're starting off day two by visiting our friends at Plaud. And no, it's not just to say hello, we're checking out their newly updated NotePin S. Something I'm personally excited about because the original NotePin has been my favorite AI note-taking tool yet. Plaud also make these credit card sized AI note takers like the Plaud Note and the Plaud Note Pro, and they're both really great, but the Plaud Pin is so small and inconspicuous that I prefer it. And the Plaud AI software that does all the processing afterwards is simply amazing. Plaud NotePin S is the next evolution of this thing. It's sleeker, more capable, and designed for even easier capture. With the physical tactile record button, you can start recording instantly with a long press, but it also introduces press to highlight, letting you mark key audio moments in real time and achieve an alignment between you as a human and the AI as the ideas unfold. I like wearing the Plaud Pin S as a wristband because it just looks like you're wearing a fitness tracker, so you don't really stand out, but you can also wear it on a lanyard or as a pin or as a clip. I love the fact that it just records all of my meetings and interactions so that instead of having to take notes all the time, I can be way more present at the meetings and have the Plaud Pin worry about the notes. Another exciting announcement Plaud made at CES is Plaud Desktop. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the AI software that processes my Plaud Note and my NotePin recordings, so to have a desktop version that basically does the same thing for all of my online meetings is great stuff. Really looking forward to testing that out myself. Next up is the Rokid booth. They sent me their new Rokid AI glasses style ahead of CES for me to try out, so I thought it would only make sense to wear them to their booth and get some first-hand POV footage while I check out their latest tech. Your first instinct might be to compare them to something like the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, but these are different and, dare I say, superior in a couple of ways. First of all, these are incredibly light. The ultra lightweight design of only 38.5 grams makes them the lightest AI glasses with lots of lens options, including 6 photochromic lenses. They are also priced much friendlier, and that goes both for the actual glasses and the lens options. You get to choose your own AI as well. It supports multiple AI engines, including ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and QN, and it integrates with global services like Google Maps and Microsoft AI Translation, enabling AI use across regions and languages without ecosystem lock-ins. The style glasses offer 12 hours of battery life under typical use and 24 hours of standby time. Now, all of these AI features are awesome and they're useful, but for me as a creator, what really makes these Rokid style glasses such a compelling option is the fact that they fix the biggest gripe I have with the Ray-Ban Metas, the aspect ratio. Instead of being locked into that portrait mode, I get to choose my aspect ratio, 3:4, 4:3, 9:16, which means I can use the 4K footage out of these Rokid style glasses directly into my long-form YouTube videos like I'm doing now. No insane cropping, no editing, and I cannot tell you how badly I've been wanting this feature on a pair of these camera glasses. So you've got glasses with more features that wear lighter on your head, great battery life, but at a much lower starting price at $299. If you've been on the fence about investing in a pair of these AI video glasses, I highly recommend you check out these Rokid ones. Right guys, moving on to something more accessible, perhaps a bit more mundane, but like I said, I'm not here to check out robots thoughts playing Mortal Kombat, as fun as that is. I like to focus on stuff we can use in our daily lives, and as long as the good people at ESR keep upping their game, I will keep coming back to check out their stuff. You know, these iPhones and other newer phones as well, they can now charge wirelessly at 25 watts using the Qi 2 protocol. But of course, that only works when you have charging products that can actually deliver that kind of output. And that's exactly why I like checking in on ESR, because you can usually trust them to be among the first to adopt these new standards. I've been using my iPhone Air for this event because it's nice and light and flat, but of course that also means it doesn't have the thickest battery. Apple makes one especially for this model, but I'm not a fan of Apple wireless chargers because they don't even fully charge the iPhone. They just kind of keep it from dying for a while. Not impressed. So yeah, I appreciate when brands like ESR make a superior magnetic power bank, in this case the ESR Mag Slim, which is not only better, but also cheaper. Thinnest Qi 2 25 wireless charging and still offering a battery capacity of 10,000 mAh. Their CryoBoost lineup has been upgraded to the new charging standard as well, still offering that iconic cooling system, which means you can keep fast charging your phone without any throttling. The car charger is still the best in the game in my opinion, but my new favorite is their 3-in-1 wireless charger. It is the absolute perfect travel charger. I even brought one with me to CES, which is currently sitting on my hotel bedside table. Keeps my phone charged, my AirPods Pro, and it would charge my Apple Watch too if I had that with me. But now that I don't have my Apple Watch with me, I can actually use the Apple Watch charger on that thing to charge my AirPods, which I actually prefer. I don't think it has any benefits over using the dedicated spot, but I just like the way it looks better. Great stuff, not too expensive, keep it up guys. Now, the last product for day one, I know a lot of you guys are gonna like. Samsung was kind enough to invite me to check out their latest folding marvel, the Galaxy Z Trifold. I'd seen it in some of the early videos by the usual suspects like MKBHD, so I really wanted to get some hands-on time with it, and it is every bit as awesome as it looks in the videos. I'm amazed at how sturdy and high quality Samsung managed to make something with so many hinges and creases. This thing feels solid, and the folding mechanism is great. The little protrusion to unfold the screen is really helpful, and if you are tempted to fold it closed the wrong way, you immediately get a visual and a tactile warning, so that never happens. I also thought it would be much thicker, and while it is obviously thicker than a Fold 7, it is about the same thickness when folded as the Galaxy Z Flip, and that is very, very impressive. You already know I'm a big fan of the Fold 7, but I think I may have just found my new love. This is not just a book-style foldable, it folds out into a full-blown, high-definition, ultra-fast Android tablet, and I'm here for it. Guys, day one is coming to a close, and I gotta say, my head is spinning a little bit. But I'm looking forward to blow off some steam tonight, meeting some of the boys for dinner. First, we're sticking around for the Samsung after party a little bit before heading out to a nice steak restaurant, which, after 3 years in a row, I guess we can call our usual spot. I can say I woke up fully refreshed this morning, but that is not really that relevant because it is day 2 of CES and we have work to do and tech to explore. Next up is something completely different, something more mobility related. I'm a fan of electric vehicles, both big and small. I've reviewed some e-scooters on the channel before. I picked up a Super 73 this last summer, which I love to ride. And I don't think I told you guys this yet, but I ordered a 2026 Porsche Taycan, which will not only be my first full EV, but also my first Porsche. So I'm super excited about that. That thing is due late April at the earliest, unfortunately. And I'm 100% reviewing this thing here on the channel. So definitely get subscribed if you're into that kind of stuff. Anyway, as you can see, I like my e-mobility. So it's not surprising that I was recommended to come check out Navee. I must admit I hadn't heard of the brand before, but man, they make a huge variety of electric vehicles. From golf caddies to sea hover thingies, the thing that will probably resonate with most of us is their UT5 Ultra X, an absolute beast of a scooter. As Navee states it, redefining race-grade electronic performance, and just looking at this thing, you'll see what that means. Apparently this model is inspired by supercar design, and that kind of shows. Front and rear hydraulic suspension, extreme acceleration, 0 to 12 miles an hour in under 2 seconds, 12-inch self-healing high-grip tubeless tires, just to name a few things, and the 360 lighting system looks great. Now, if that's not enough power for you guys, check out the Navee electric dirt bike, the Storm X. 10,000 watts max power, 390 Newton meter of torque, 53 miles per hour of max speed, and a range of 75 miles. Not too shabby. Looking at the different types of vehicles they produce, you can tell that Navee isn't just some electric scooter brand. They're covering basically anything from wilderness to city and from leisure to extreme power and high performance. This kind of stuff really excites me, maybe a little more than it should, but yeah, I really hope I can get my hands on the scooter or the dirt bike. I would love to review those for you guys. Let me know in the comments if that's something you're into as well. Now, among all the combat robots and flying hover cars, the first real-world usable product that caught my eye was this crazy booth by a company called Mammotion. Maybe it's the dad in me, but when I see an autonomous lawnmower riding up what appeared to be a grass wall, you have my attention. The model I saw is called the Luba 3 AWD, and it is kind of wild to see this thing climbing slopes up to 80%. The staff on site told me that this is actually the world's first 3-in-1 navigation system, LiDAR plus RTK plus vision navigation. Combine that with the AWD that has been refined across 3 product generations, and which makes it possible for it to climb inclines as well as it does, and you can really see how this thing can take care of any backyard. Mammotion's consumer mowers have been so successful that the brand has been venturing into commercial robotics as well for professional use cases. You might also appreciate that the Luba 3 AWD is 100% plug and play because it doesn't require a physical RTK station or even perimeter wires. Especially when you're renting a place, having to install entire systems is not an appealing thought, and it can put a lot of people off from even getting into autonomous mowers. So the fact that this thing works straight out of the box and sets its own perimeters using the 3 systems I mentioned earlier, LiDAR, RTK, and AI vision, really lowers the barrier to entry to hand over your yard work to this robot. I'm definitely considering investing in one, and if I do, you can expect a review from me later on this year. I also ran into some familiar faces at the DREO booth, and honestly, they're always worth a visit. You might be familiar with the brand. These guys are absolutely killing it on Amazon, and for good reason, because they bring new innovations every year, but somehow they manage to keep their prices super friendly compared to their competitors. I use one of their little space heaters in my studio. I paid less than $100 for it. It's app controlled and it heats up this entire space. What jumped out at me this year was their new misting fans. These are misting fans you can actually use indoors. The mist is so microscopic that it doesn't get your floors or your furniture wet. DREO calls it turbo cool technology, so you can get that refreshing cooling sensation of an outside mister from the comfort of your own couch. If I understood correctly, these units will come out in April of this year, so still in time for summer. Next up is the Smart Kitchen. They have everything from water purifiers to milk frothers, both large ones and smaller, simpler ones for those quick lattes, but my senses were distracted by the Chef Maker. Last year at IFA in Berlin, which is like the CES equivalent here in Europe, I had a taste of the steaks at the DREO booth, and I remember being impressed then how perfectly cooked they were by a machine. This generation of Chef Maker does an even better job. You can select the cut of meat, the doneness you want, and it will produce a perfectly cooked steak every single time without fail. Sorry guys, I couldn't resist. Now, DREO introduced AIoT in a smart kitchen, which means you can type what you want, speak naturally, or even upload an image of your food, and the AI turns that input into instant, context-aware cooking guidance. The showstopper at the DREO booth, however, was their sensory lab, which was essentially a showcase of what your home will feel like when AI actually understands you. You can name any place you want to virtually visit, and DREO will bring it home, appealing to all of your senses using the technologies they had on display, meaning lighting, humidity, climate, you name it. Pretty cool stuff. Staying within the mobile phone niche, Torras has a nice presence here at CES this year too, and dare I say, the most animated and enthusiastic rep ever. I feel like anything I would say, he would say even better, so why don't we let him do the talking?
You know, our phone is very fragile. Sometimes before it accidentally on the floor, on the rock. So this can be more bounceable and give you extra strong protection of your phone. We are the 3rd generation of the phone case. The 1st generation is like a plain plastic, and there's just a basic protecting. 2nd generation, we put the colors on and we put the different kind of patterns to show our personality. And the 3rd generation that we want to present you, we want to give you the multifunction of the different kind of scenario. And also, we are the very first developer, inventor of this.
The O stand.
Yeah. This is very cool. It's a MagSafe, set magnet feeding, and also this is a very wide angle, and you can just hand your phone with anywhere. And also you can just, if this is metal, you can keep your phone here and your hands are free. So you can feel the texture here. It looks like a glass, right?
Yep.
It's the matte finish. It's super premium. It's very good. But the truth is, this is just our plastic-based of the material. But this is 100% eco-friendly. So there's no pressure for the nature. And here we have a different kind of a color. This year we involved with the new design team from Hong Kong. And they gave a lot of inspirations from the nature, from the different kind of scenery. And you can see here, like they mix the pink and green. Back in China, back in Asia, pink and green, we mix it together with the pictures that the seniors will send you as a gift. And also we have this. This one is more like fruits. And this is like a melon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like cantaloupe.
Yeah.
A lot of the features are here, and here is I really want to introduce you because this is more fit into the business occasion because it has a feeling of the bladder, but it's like a bike skin.
Yeah.
So it's totally eco-friendly. So this is like a very popular product for most of the Asian, like white collar. They're using this. Even some of the entrepreneur startup owner, they use it as a gift, as a business gift. And also, this is the latest product that we are going to present in the US market. You can see it's basically from the Snow Dawn and Alpine Glow. It's like a dual, right? The color is quite popular. And this is the Forest Haze. So romantic. I love the grading color here. It's the latest design with the same greens here.
So yeah, for those of you who've been around the channel for a bit, you already know I'm a big fan of the O stand. It's just such a clever design, and I love using that O-ring as a fidget spinner as well. So phone case era 3.0, I'm here for it. And that wraps up day 2 of CES for us. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna enjoy Vegas for another day before heading back to the salt mines. Please do let me know in the comments what was your favorite piece of tech, and if there's anything you feel I should have covered but I didn't, also definitely let me know. Thanks everyone for watching. See you guys in the next one.